Good morning, all. We'll start with new topic. First module. So, difference between C and C++, basic standards. Okay, related to that one program also is going. Okay. So now we'll go ahead with the basic features test macros. Okay, so here is nothing but this. Okay, so POSIX features test macros. This is nothing but some Unix features are optional to implement on a POSIX configuration system. Okay, so it's not mandatory to implement all. Okay, but some test macros are there that will be defined inside a unistd.h file. Okay, so if those macros are defined, means some pre-existing meanings are there, values are there. Okay, so if it is compliant to POSIX.1 standard, okay, so these macros are defined and what will be the values, what is the meaning of those things, we'll see it. Okay, so here we have 5 examples, that is feature test macros, we'll see it. Okay, so if suppose underscore POSIX underscore job underscore control is there, okay, so it means it's in the system supports the BSD style job control. Okay, so BSD type of job control, whatever is there, that will be supported by the system. Okay, so second one is POSIX underscore POSIX underscore saved underscore IDs. Okay, so if it is defined, it means each process running on the system keeps the saved set UID and set GID. Okay, macros, that is nothing but whatever already existing. So existing systems uh, set UID and set GID will be there, and it can change the effective user ID and effective group user ID of the those uh, system. Okay, so for a sorry, those process. Okay, for a running process, so you will be having the particular set UID and set GID, and effective user ID and effective group ID you can change it. Okay, so to change that one, you may call the APIs set UID and set GID, that is set effective user ID and set effective group ID. APIs you can call it and you can change it. Okay, then next one is, that is POSIX change ownership restricted. Okay, so here we have a different thing, that is nothing but if this macro is defined and value is -1. Okay, so it says that there is a uh, user may change the ownership of a file owned by them. So it means whatever ownership is there for that file, so he can change it if this value is -1. Okay, so that user can change the whatever files he owned for them, ownership he can change it. Otherwise only privileged user can change it. Okay, so and this constant is defined in unistd.h header file. Okay, and so if you user must use the path config and fpath config function to check the permission for changing the ownership uh, on a per file basis. Okay, if you want to change it, so that time you have to use path config or fpath config function. Okay, so what is that, those functions, we study it. Okay, so now after this thing only immediately we study it. Okay, then one more thing is POSIX node trunk. Okay, so there is nothing but here we are saying as a truncation. Okay, so if the value of this macro is -1, so it means if any path which has a long name, so automatically it will be get truncated. Okay, so for the some limit, that limit is nothing but particular one macro will be defined. If it is a -1, means one macro will be defined, so that macro name is name underscore max. Okay, so there is a particular number of bytes will be there, like 255 bytes. Okay, so if your path, whatever you given, if it is more than 255 bytes, so automatically it will get truncated to 255 bytes only. So if it is not defined and this is or this is a -1, so if file path size is more than that, okay, so automatically path size, if any path size is there, there is more than 255, so automatically it will give the error. Okay, so it will not truncate it, it will give the error, system will give the error. Okay, then one more thing is underscore POSIX underscore v disable. Okay, so here we are saying is if this value is -1, so there is no disable character for a special characters for all terminal devices. Okay, it means as a we are saying as a if this macro is defined as a -1, so there is a no special character for a special character set. Okay, so no disability. It means for each terminal, so depending on the system, you will be having the different special characters. For example, if I given as a control C, okay, so what it will do is it will create a one interrupt. Okay, and some systems it supports as instead of control C, it supports as control X. Okay, so depending on that, so whatever disability, it will disable automatically. All those special kind of things, it will disable automatically. And whatever predefined one are there for a POSIX 0.1, okay, those control statements will be used. So it's not depend on the whatever system you are using it. So for in general, one special characters will come, that is a disabling of these special characters. Okay, and sometimes it gives a pleasure to, that is nothing but editing also. So for example, if you type something, okay, in your terminal, and if you are using the backside arrow mark and then delete option, so automatically in between content it will delete it. So it is nothing but special character it's allowing it. Okay, so delete, escape kind of things, if any kind of things in these are there, so those are enabled or disabled. Okay, those things are enabled or disabled, it will set this one. Okay, so if it is enabled means this is nothing but if this macro is defined, and if it is -1 means the no disabling character for a special characters. Okay, there's we don't have any disabling character for a special character for all the terminals. So now how to check these things? Okay, so we'll see the one program, one C program will check it. So how these macros are defined or not, we'll check it. Okay, so here on C program we have, so for that what we're doing is hash define POSIX underscore source. This is nothing but we're saying as a POSIX 0.1 standard. Okay, and here hash define underscore POSIX underscore C source. This is nothing but POSIX 0.1a standard, and sorry 1b standard, and we're saying as a this year. Okay, that is in 1993 09 month. Okay, so we're going to compile for that year and that month. Then two header files we defined. Okay, unistd.io.h and iostream.h. Okay, so iostream.h is for the cout, unistd for the these header these macros, whatever we are going to use it, these macros. Okay, so now one by one we'll check it. So we are saying as a hash if define. Okay, so that macro we are going to check it. I'm going to check it. Whatever these five are there, those macros we are going to check it. So job control. So if it is defined, so we are printing as a system support job control. Okay, if it is not defined, else part we are saying as a system does not support the job control. Okay, like that we are going to check it for the change ownership. Okay, so change ownership, is it defined or not? Okay, so we are going to check this system, whatever system you are running it, is it compliant to this 0.1 and 0.2, and these macros are defined or not. Okay, so that's why we are printing these things. Okay, this is just we are checking for the these POSIX defined feature test macros are configured or not. Okay, so if it is there, what is their value actually? Okay, so like that, here we change ownership restricted, is what is their value, just we are going to print it. Okay, so like this here, POSIX no truncate, for that also we are going to check it, if it is defined, what is that value. Okay, so if it is not defined, just we are going to print as it is not supporting the path name. Okay, so what is this path name, we'll show it immediately. Okay, and same thing, this is be disable, is it defined or not, we're going to print it. If it is defined, then what is that value, so is it -1 or not? Because here while studying you told us depending on -1 only we have some restrictions. If it is not as a -1, sometimes we will get the error, or different functionality will happen. Okay, other than -1, some different functionality is there, with -1 some different functionality is there. So like this, some test feature macros are there. Okay, so now we will go for next thing, that is nothing but checking the limits. Okay, so there is nothing but at compile time or run time you may have some limits. So what are those limits? What all the system can have the limits in their system. Okay, so while creating a process, or while making a group, okay, or while taking any buffer, while taking any path, or while opening any file. Okay, so what are the limits we have? Those things will check it. So here limit.h, one header file is there, in that these will be defined. Okay, so whatever these values are there, you can't cross these values, you can't cross that limit. Okay, so depending on that, you will get the system error, or some different functionality will happen it. Okay, so here different kinds of limits are there. So like this, I think depending on your version, so many limits are changed. Okay, so here one or two will check it. So POSIX underscore n group underscore max is nothing but we're saying as a maximum number of supplement groups to which a process may belongs to. It's nothing but whatever by default is created, you will be having one group. Other than that, how many groups you can belongs to. Okay, so point one standard of POSIX says as a zero groups. Okay, you can't belong to different things. Okay, so like that you have as a suppose POSIX here underscore POSIX underscore open underscore max. Okay, 16. Here we are saying as one number as a 16. So it says as a maximum number of files that can be opened simultaneously by a single process. Okay, how many files at the same time you can open it. Okay, simultaneously, however, that is a maximum 16. Okay, so and here maximum number of child process that can be created at the one time by a processor. Okay, that is maximum limit is 6. One process can create maximum 6 childs. Okay, so like that you have different limits. Okay, and path also, if you saw, 255 bytes only. Okay, so here it's saying is a maximum number of characters. That's one byte, one character we are considering it. So maximum number of characters allowed in a path. So 255 bytes only it's allowed. More than that it's not allowed. Same thing, number of bytes in a terminal. Okay, so that's whatever you are taking it in a terminal input queue, whatever will be there. So that is also you have as a maximum limit as a 255. Okay, so here this is path is nothing but for any API or whatever you are sending it. Okay, so those all path. Okay, so all path it's nothing but you will be having a maximum limit of 255. So like this you have different things. Okay, and here maximum length of arguments to a exec function including environment variables. So how many different arguments you can pass it. Okay, so if you saw command line argument, you had as a, after comma dot a number of arguments you can pass it. So you have the limit for that, that is a 4096. Okay, so you can maximum you can pass these many command line arguments only. So that is also including environment variable. Okay, for a exec function, those things are limited. So like this you have some n number of limits here. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll see three functions. Okay, so here this three functions is nothing but we're seeing as a, so whatever limits are there in your system. Okay, so how much value is there, is it defined or not? If it is defined, what is that value? Okay, so those we are going to check it. Okay, so if any system related information is there, that will access by sys config. Okay, this is system config, and then you have to pass the limit name. Limit name is nothing but these kind of macros. Okay, so compile time or runtime, whatever macros will be there, and so depending on that we'll pass the values. Sorry, runtime will not be there. Compile time, whatever values are there, that will check it. But while running time, if you want to check it, these are the things. These are the EPAs are supported for the runtime. Okay, so here we had as a, these are the compile time. So now we're going to check it the for the runtime. So whatever things are supported or not. Okay, so here you have to pass the limit. Okay, so depending on this, it will give the is it supported or not. Okay, then you can perform some task. Okay, so like that for any path related information, any file related information is there. Okay, so this first one is for the system related, second one is for the file related. So two functions are there. Okay, one is path config, one more is f path config. The difference between these two is here exactly path you will give. Okay, so in path config API you will give the path name, then limit name you will give it. But here you can give the FD name. Okay, file descriptor name you can give it. Instead of pass directly whatever for that file, whatever file descriptor is there, that file descriptor you can pass it, then limit you can pass it. So it will give the actual value of that one. Okay, so like that you will be having the different things for system related. Here always you will get as a SC. Okay, so it's a system related. PC is nothing but related to path. Okay, that is nothing but path related information. Okay, so sorry, file related information, not path, file related information. So file related information, what all things you can do it. So like that again n number of different macros will come. So whatever like we listed here, like that 15-20 macros are listed. So like that n number of informations will come. So it is a maximum how many childs you can have it. So okay, so in a system per process how many childs you can have it. So how many files you can open it. Okay, so again in a file, if you are taking the file name, so what is the path? Okay, if you have the particular path you are going to give it for a file, so what is that maximum limit of that path? So like that, some macros are there. Okay, so for that again we'll see one program how to write it. So here we were saying as a, so all three we are going to write it. Okay, so all three are going to check it. So how we can use a system configuration, path configuration, f path configuration. Okay, so first one is system configuration. So here what we are doing is underscore sc underscore open max. Okay, so this is nothing but what here we are going to check it, how many maximum number of opened files per process. Okay, so one process, how many, this macro is nothing but one process how many files it can open it. Okay, so for that, if I'm going to check it now, system configuration, what is the value, we're going to check it. So if it is a not defined means it will come as a -1. Okay, if it is defined, particular value will come. So here what we're doing is if condition, we're checking with -1, is it defined or not. If it is not defined, so what will get it, we are getting the error, that is the sys configuration error we are getting. If it is defined, so what will get, some result value will get it, some number will get it. Okay, it may be normally it will be there as a 255. Okay, depending on version and whichever POSIX standards you are using it here, depending on that it will change it. Okay, so suppose consider as a, we got as a 255 as a result. So result variable will be there as a 255, so it is not equal to -1. So what we will do is open max, that limit will print it here, we will print it as a 255 then. Okay, so next one, path configuration. So here path configuration, so one macro we are passing it, that is nothing but underscore pc path underscore max. So maximum length in bytes of a path name. Okay, so whatever path you are going to define it, maximum how many bytes it should be there. Okay, so now we are saying as a, here one file you can you have to pass it, just we are giving as a slash. This is something but the root directory, from the root directory how many bytes of path we can define it, that we are checking here. Okay, so just slash we given is nothing but a root directory. Okay, if it is defined, this macro is defined, so it will return some other value other than -1. Okay, if it is not defined, so what it will define, what it will give is -1. Okay, if it is return -1 means it's a error, so that time we'll say is a path configuration error. Okay, this is not defined. If it is returning other than -1, so you got some value, so that value we are going to print it. So here while printing, what we are doing is +1 we are doing it. So it's always you consider the 0th byte also. So total number of maximum size we are checking it. So 0th byte plus whatever number will come, so those many maximum value. Okay, so suppose if it is given as a 255, so 256 we are going to print it. So maximum path size you can give in a path is nothing but 256 bytes, like that. Okay, so path config name, so whatever there, so for that how much bytes you can give it, that will give it. Okay, and one more thing is f path config. Okay, so f path configuration, both are almost same, just difference is here you have to give the ft. So here ft 0 we are giving it, so this is nothing but standard input related thing. Okay, so here the POSIX change owner restricted, so whatever work here we studied same thing. So whatever we studied here, so same thing. So if it is a -1, some result will come. If it is not -1, some result will come. Okay, so here we are saying is related to that value will get it. Okay, so what is that value, just will get it. So if it is a -1 means user may change the ownership. Okay, so if it is not -1 means a different thing. Okay, so here first thing is what is that value is different. First it is defined or not, we'll check it. If it is defined, so this function API will give some other value. Okay, there is nothing but if it is defined other than -1, it will give it. So then that value we are going to print it. Okay, other than my value, that whatever change or restriction for a path. Okay, sorry, for a file it can change or not, that we can, just we can print it. So here like this we can print the different things. Okay, so next topic will go. So in this, what we are doing is this nothing but the POSIX.1, then FIPS standards. Okay, so it's nothing but like whatever POSIX standards we had, so like that one federal information processing standard, this is the one So here is nothing but what we are saying is a Federal Information Processing Standard. Okay, so FIPS means. So this standard is developed by NIST, that is National Institute of Standard and Technology. Okay, so that is there in US Department of Commerce. Okay, so they developed these things. So what they did is they defined some values and they said as a whenever you are going to follow this standard, that is FIPS, okay, for their own community of US community, okay, US Department Commerce community. So whenever you are going to follow this one, so you should have some values for this one. Okay, so they fixed the values for these macros. Okay, so those values only you have to use it and you have to follow your system. So whenever you are going to use FIPS standards, there should be always fixed values for these things, and they find some values for those. And again, it's depending on year they modified it a little bit differently. There is in 1988 and 1993 they modified some different things, but they said that these things should be there. These macros should be always defined, and they have some particular value only. They should not change it. So same values should be there. That is saved ID, no truncate, change ownership, we disable whatever we said it. For that, they give us some values. Okay, this is just difference as a this is a one kind of their US community standard. They're going to follow the POSIX.1 and plus in this macros some predefined values. Okay, so a little bit additional thing. Okay. Okay, and one more thing they added is in this thing only. So read and write API should return the number of bytes after signals. Okay, there is nothing but how many bytes read or how many bytes you are written. Those things, number of bytes, whatever things are written or read, those things it has to return it. Okay, and every child should have the same group ID as that of parent. Okay, they fixed these things. Okay, these two also they fixed in their standards. Okay, in POSIX.1 it was a little bit different. Okay, so they modified these things for a read API and write API, and whenever you are child you are creating, so what is the child GID should be there. Okay, so those values they modified it and they fixed the values. That is read and write APIs, they have to return number of bytes. I think nowadays whatever you are referring to, this is the same thing. Number of bytes, how many bytes in its read it or how many bytes you return it. So that only it will return. Okay, so same thing. Then parents should sorry, child should have parents GID. Okay, group ID, whatever is there, that only you have to follow it. So like that, one more thing there, there is nothing but X/open standards. Okay, let's say here this was European standard, sorry, US standard. So now this is a European standard. They also made their own standard by adding to the POSIX again. POSIX plus something they extra things they added it, and they formed their own XPG3, XPG4. Okay, spec, different standards and names they given it. Okay, they merged with different companies. Okay, in 93 this one they merged with this one HP, IBM, okay, Novell, and common open software environment related. I think they performed some applications, and whatever standards they required it, they fixed some values. Okay, so after fixing those things, they modified different macros values also. Okay, so those things in detail we don't have. Only this much only is there for our syllabus, so we're restricting to only this much only.